Thomas, joined by Yanis Mihalik, Ali Moreno and Stevie Nicol. We also welcome to the show from Paris World Cup winner Frank Leboeuf. You take a look at the front page of L'Équipe. Frank, the king of Paris. Just try and sum up how excited this city is about Neymar's signing.
Well, the city is getting crazy. I just came back from holidays and medias were just talking about Neymar and only talking about him, whether he will come or not. And now that he's signed, I mean, the fans everywhere in Paris are so happy and very excited to see Neymar playing maybe tomorrow in the Parc des Princes. We never saw a player bringing so many people just for the signature and the presentation and the introduction. So we can hope that he's going to bring the best for the Paris Saint-Germain. And I can tell you, all the other fans of football who support Paris, Marseille or Monaco are not very happy of seeing Neymar in France.
Oh, of course they're not happy. We just saw those stunning pictures there of people queuing for hours to get hold of a Neymar shirt that was costing, what, in excess of $180. Frank, what does this mean for Ligue 1 as a whole, for the country of France and football?
Well, I think it brings the Ligue 1 to another level and the worldwide level. We had Ibra 2 years ago, you know, bring already a bigger step, but now we are talking about one of the three best players in the world. If I put Messi and Ronaldo first and second, or second and first, and Neymar is for sure the third best player in the world, and business-wise, marketing-wise, and of course soccer-wise, the Ligue 1 is getting better and bigger. It's crazy how the fans, the media are following what's going on with Neymar. People were following him, trying to see where he was hiding, to make sure they could get maybe a signature, and then buying the T-shirt, the shirt, and now they want to see him playing. And for players who play in the Ligue 1, playing against Neymar can be a nightmare, but it's also something special and something we all want to play one day in our career.
Let's just remind you about some of the figures that this transfer has demanded. PSG broke the world record transfer fee by paying Neymar's buyout of €222 million. He signed a 5-year contract, and according to reports, the Brazilian will earn approximately €45 million. That's in excess of $50 million a year. It should be about €30 million a year after taxes. But Neymar says that this was never about the money.
Nunca fui movido a dinheiro, nunca foi a primeira coisa que eu sempre pensei. A primeira coisa que eu penso é a minha felicidade, né? Juntamente com a felicidade da minha família. E eu estou muito feliz. E eu sempre sigo o meu coração, independente do dinheiro. Se fosse por isso, eu estaria em outros lugares. E, bom, o que eu tenho é só lamentar as pessoas que pensam dessa forma. E eu só agradeço ao Paris por acreditar no meu potencial, no meu futebol, e espero retribuir da melhor maneira possível.
Never about the money?
Well, at some point it was about the money. Look, he has his motivations and he has his ambitions, and let's take him at his word when he's mentioning that he wants a new challenge and he wants happiness for his family and all these things. But money always plays a role into this, and when you're talking about a guy who's doubling his pay from one team to the next, that has to play a part. I don't care what anybody says, I don't care what Neymar says, of course he's going to say that in his opening press conference, but when it's doubling your pay, clearly it's something that you take into consideration. Otherwise, this happiness that he's talking about, was he unhappy in Barcelona? There were never reports of that. So to take this step forward, there were other things that are just his ambitions.
He said he could have gone to different clubs in different countries. Oh. I'm not quite sure who could have afforded that buyout clause. Liverpool? They maybe turned their
Probably not.
But, money's got to be a factor, Stephen.
I actually think he's been really sincere when he says, for him personally, the money wasn't the motivation. I really don't think it was. It certainly was for his...
No, right.
Hold on. It was for his father. It was for his advisors. They could smell the money they were going to make out of it.
Would he have taken a pay cut to go to PSG?
No.
Well, so then surely money is a motivator.
Well, that's a stupid argument. Would he have taken a pay cut?
Why?
Listen,
if you were so keen to get a new ambition, a new project...
So where you go. Would you take a pay cut to go somewhere else?
Well, it depends. If it was somewhere that I saw a better future, of course.
Don't talk rubbish.
What?
You know exactly what I'm saying. The money for him is not the major factor at all. And he's been convinced by his father, as I said, and his advisors, that this is a new challenge. You can win the Champions League with Paris Saint-Germain. Well, yes, you can win it with Barcelona, but everybody's going to say it was Messi. If you go to there, you can win it there. It's going to be you, blah, blah, blah. And then he takes the bit.
He said that his father didn't want him to go. His father wanted him to stay at Barcelona.
It's like the money.
But the reason I'm saying that is because the money. Look, at that level, though, he knows money is going to come his way. I mean, you're top 3 players in the world. So I think he's earned it. And, of course, it's about money to some degree. I think it's a great move. I like what the president said today. The $200 million, for me, it's absolutely nothing. He said in 2 years' time or 3 years' time, he's going to be worth $400 million, which, by the way, it's true. He's 25. A great player, so I don't think it's an issue. He left partially, I think. He also smelled that Barcelona aren't going to get him there, because I don't think, even with him, the Barcelona would be at that level. You see what's happening. They're 11 strong right now.
At what level? At what level? Because PSG's
not.
PSG's not at Barcelona's level.
Well, but with him, they just maybe. Again, you look at the Barcelona team, and you tell me one player coming off the bench that makes a difference. 11 players there, certainly nowhere near where Real Madrid are right now, even though they can beat him in a one-off game. But in terms of this whole season, I think he sensed it that Barcelona's probably on the way down.
I want to make the most of Frank being with us, because we've kind of heard a lot of opinion from you guys throughout the week with regards to Neymar's move. Frank, do you think it was the right decision for him? Would you have done the same in his shoes?
It's hard to say, you know. When you play for Barcelona, you are in one of the biggest club in the world, so you have the tendency to think twice or maybe thrice when you have a decision to make. And I would have stayed, because I think Barcelona has a better image right now, a better club, and better players to win the Champions League. But I understand a little bit where he wants to go. He was the shadow of Messi, and he wants to be the king of Paris, and he wants to be the number 1. And with the number 10, he's going to be in Paris, and he's going to be the engine who's going to bring something special to Paris Saint-Germain. So I can understand, and I understand also what Steve says, you know, about money. Money is not the only motivation. Of course, it's important. You know, when you make lots of money, it's important. But I think it's more, I'm going to be the biggest player in Paris. Everything's going to go around me, and maybe I can help that team who had lots of Brazilian, Rai, Leonardo, Valdo, the others, many others, Ricardo, and maybe he says Paris may be the place for Brazilian, and I can become a legend in France also, and in the world in general.
Ever since all this money arrived to PSG, Frank, we know the main ambition has been Champions League. You take a look at the odds, still PSG currently sit at 5th favourites behind Juve, Barca, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. What does Neymar's signing mean for their Champions League ambitions? Are they now amongst the conversation with those big heavyweights?
Well, I think it's going to bring respect from the clubs. They don't want to do what they had last season with the remontada, so they want to have more experience. And Neymar is the captain of Brazil. He played for a big club for 4 seasons, Barcelona, and he can bring what is missing at Paris, maybe a little bit of experience and creativity. I think they will need somebody stronger also in the midfield zone, because we don't know what Verratti is going to go, what's going to say. I don't know what Thiago Motta is going to bring to the midfield, and it's maybe the key of a fight, as we all say in football. So Neymar is not going to do everything, but he's going to bring the plus. We can help Paris to get bigger and maybe reach the semi-final, and maybe in 2 or 3 seasons win the Champions League. I believe so.
For a lot more on Neymar, go over to ESPNFC.com, including an exclusive interview with ESPN FC. Be sure to check it out. Meanwhile, after the break, Ligue 1 started on a Friday night. We'll bring you all the action as defending champions Monaco took on Toulouse. Welcome back. Ligue 1 kicked off tonight with Monaco coming from behind to beat Toulouse by 3-2. Kylian Mbappe starting in that game. He came off injured, though, in the second half. Mbappe, inevitably, Frank, is going to have a lot of transfer talk between now and the end of the transfer window at the end of the month. For you, what do you think he should do?
Well, seeing his age, I think he should stay in Monaco and maybe wait another year to get more mature. Now, there is a big possibility, especially in Barcelona, because Neymar just gone. And if you have that offer from Barcelona, it may be the chance of an opportunity which happens once in a lifetime. And then if you get it, you know, he may be able to play and be also in the first 11 because you will have Suarez at front, Messi just behind, and Mbappe on the left. So it might be a solution for him to go to another club. But he's still young. He has a 6 months career so far for me in the big level. He has to get more mature, and playing with Monaco can bring him what he needs to get better and better during his career.
What would you do, Stevie? Real Madrid, Barcelona, or stay at Monaco? They're your three options.
I'd have to say I would probably go. I think I agree with Frank. I think it's best for him to mature at Monaco. But I would go.
Where would you go?
I would choose the best team, and right at this minute, Real Madrid's the best team, so I would go to Real Madrid.
But you're not guaranteed a start at Real Madrid necessarily, are you? At Barcelona, there's a big gap just waiting for you to fill. Would that not be more appealing?
No, I think as a football player, you go to the best. And the fact that they're going to pay the amount of money they are, number one, you have to be the best. Number two, you have to back yourself. He has to know he's going to play. And if I'm Zinedine Zidane and I get this guy, I'm not having him on the bench. The guy's fantastic. If I'm Zidane, somebody else is sitting, not Mbappe.
If there was any doubt on Kylian Mbappe's mind that it's time to go, when he goes into these matches, as he did tonight against Toulouse, and has one of these 50-50 challenges where he comes off with holding on his knee and then he's icing it while he's sitting on the bench, that would be the sort of reminder to me, if I'm Mbappe, to say, injuries can happen.
Yeah. Cash in your chips now.
Yeah, injuries are part of this game, very much so. And there's a unique opportunity in front of you to choose, by the way, between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Who gets that chance?
Who would you choose, then?
I would choose Barcelona because I think he goes right into a position of playing consistently. And it would force Barcelona and Ernesto Valverde to a position to where I'm going to have to play this guy. And I don't have a better option than him. So I'm going to ride him. And even if he's not playing well, because of the money that we paid for him, I'm going to shoehorn him into a starting 11, into a starting position, and allow him to mature while he's playing at the highest level. Not many players get that opportunity.
Where would you go, Janusz? Real Madrid or Barca?
Real Madrid, probably, at the moment. But I see your argument, obviously, because there's an opening. But you said there's a reminder because of injury for the player, but also for the club. I mean, if the number is true, 180 million euros, whatever that is, if you look at Monaco, I mean, you've got to look at that as well, because as hot of a property as he is right now, he may not be. And you got to be thinking about that. So think about it. I mean, you have Neymar that goes for 200 or 220, and you have Mbappe, 18, that supposedly is getting those sort of offers. I mean, proven property in Neymar, and certainly not with Mbappe. So, yeah, I'm not sure what he's still doing there, if those rumors are true.
Ligue 1, as we mentioned, kicking off. Look at this. Remember, Monaco won the title last year. However, the bookies have them as long as 6-1. Meanwhile, Frank, PSG, big favourites, 6-1 on to win the title. Is this a fair representation of where we are in the French league at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. I think even if they finished second last year, they're still the favorite. You know, with all the names, you know, you can see in the tip sheet when you watch all Paris Saint-Germain games, they're the favorites. You know, even against Monaco and Nice, they had a fantastic season. We don't know if they can replicate this fantastic season, and if they can do even better, because I think Paris Saint-Germain is getting better because they have Neymar and they get back their ambition. So I think it's only fair that Paris Saint-Germain is spotted number one, and it's only Monaco, Nice, and maybe another club who can prove us wrong. But I really think Paris should win the Ligue 1 this season.
We were saying that this time last season, though, as well. Let's not forget. Coming up after the break, we'll bring you action as the US took on Japan last night. Welcome back. Live soccer for you on Sunday as Portland Timbers play host to LA Galaxy. That game is live on ESPN at 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's take you through last night's action, shall we? In the Cup of Nations, the US women taking on Japan. The US, of course, coming into this game off the back of that incredible comeback against Brazil. 12 minutes on the clock. Megan Rapinoe makes it 1-0.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Bamboozled the defender there, Rapinoe. And then that's a nice finish. Look at this. Look,
Hey! Hey!
Aye.
Phil. Yeah, I like that.
Nice ball
like
played
that.
in behind as well.
I like that. Sweet defending, by the way.
Take it into the second half. On the hour mark, Mallory Pugh makes it 2-0.
She does well getting inside the 18-yard box, cuts inside, opens up her body, looks for the option to drop it out, says, you know what, I'll take it myself.
And then with 10 minutes to go, Alex Morgan, in a deflected effort, makes it 3.
It wouldn't be a game without Alex Morgan scoring for US. A bit lucky there, but still a good finish.
Are you giving her it?
So finishes, of course, the US 3, Japan 0. Meanwhile, Australia against Brazil. If Australia won this clash, they would be crowned the winners of the Tournament of Nations. However, 2 minutes in, Camilla makes it 1-0.
How did that manage to go past 3 defenders, I ask myself?
4 minutes later, though, the referee says penalty.
Where?
Take a look. There, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Spot shot.
Lisa Devana steps up,
Have another go.
makes it 1-1 second time round. Into the 32nd minute we go. Australia would take the lead. Samantha Kerr with the ball into Caitlin Ford.
It's my kind of range, Stevie Nickel.
Oh, yeah.
I can handle that one.
Maybe another yard further forward would be your range.
2 minutes later, Australia make it 3-1. Kerr finds Devana in the box.
Over the top. Thank you very much, Devana. Is that her second of the game?
What an absolute rout this would turn out to be. Still in the first half we are.
What?
Katrina Lee Gorey makes it 4-1.
Goalkeeper's a bit questionable, but it's a solid strike.
Let's take it into this second half where the Australians didn't
dear.
take their foot off the gas.
Oh, boy.
Ford beats the keeper to make it 5.
Defender unable to cut out the pass. Goalkeeper comes out nowhere near the ball. Easy tap in.
And then with 9 minutes remaining, the rout is complete.
What do you mean that?
Kerr
That's
makes
pretty
it
nice.
6-1. What a tournament of Australia have had, won every single game, and are crowned the winners of the Tournament of Nations. Coming up after the break, it's the start of the Championship in England. We'll bring you highlights of Derby against Sunderland. Welcome back. The Championship kicks off today. It's, of course, the second tier of English football. Available on ESPN throughout the season. Sunderland take on Derby. 11 minutes into this one. Bradley Johnson makes it 1-0.
I'll tell you what, he almost missed it. I mean, he's lucky it ends up going through the defender's legs.
4 minutes before the break, though, a penalty is called. Handball against Butterfield in the box.
What?
What?
What? From your knees? Come on, man.
Lewis Graben scores the pen to make it 1-1. Then in the second half, Sunderland with the chance for the win. Graben with the effort.
Oh.
Keeper tipped that onto the post, didn't he?
Shit, keeper never saw it.
Are you sure?
Aye.
Oh, definitely.
The focus
Yeah,
away.
he never
touched it.
Definitely got a touch to that.
Never saw it, never smelled it.
Definitely. Sunderland 1, Derby County 1. Just a reminder, those games available on ESPN throughout the whole campaign. And meanwhile, this weekend sees the curtain raiser for the start of the Premier League. It is the Community Shield at Wembley. Arsenal against Chelsea.
Oh, good.
I almost said United. Arsenal against Chelsea.
game, huh?
Stevie, you played in these matches.
Yep.
How excited would you be for these games?
Not a great deal, to be honest with you.
You loved
it's
it.
just
Come on.
listen, it was looked upon as another training session before you start the season. And I think the biggest giveaway to tell you that there was nothing much at stake was that the coaching staff put absolutely no pressure on us at any stage to win this game. It wasn't treated like a cup final or anything like that. It was treated, as I said, as another opportunity to get some fitness in before the start of the season. And that was it.
So, pre-season friendly?
A little bit more than a preseason friendly, I would say. In particular, if you're a team like Arsenal that could use this, and you could spin it if you're Arsene Wenger and you're inside that locker room, you can say, if we do well against Chelsea, it may just be a stepping stone for us. It's a better feeling going into the season if you're Arsenal, that you don't know exactly what's going to happen with Alexis Sanchez. You don't know exactly what you have as a team. You're assuming that Lacazette is the answer to many of your questions. If you go on and win this match, it's something that Arsene Wenger and that locker room can use to kind of sort of push their season forward as they go into this new season.
And I think if Arsenal lose this, and maybe here we go again with Arsene Wenger. Should he have
Really?
gone-
Already, you think?
Well, not after, one game against Chelsea, of course. It was disappointing for Chelsea the way they came out last time. But,
This is the
but I
ICC,
think it could be,
this one
because
is
that's all it
teams
takes
met.
sometimes, one game, for some of the naysayers to come out and say that. For Conte, as always competitive, wouldn't be happy the way he finished in the FA Cup against Arsenal, because his team simply didn't show up, which is not a trade of Chelsea of last season as well. So, and I wonder, Stevie, I mean, do you think that maybe there's more pressure now? Times have changed from your time where, the media, and who knows, maybe there's more pressure.
Just
Big
because the
clubs,
game,
big clubs are not winning
Are you
as
saying
much.
just because the game is in colour? There's more
That
pressure.
is
Is that what you're
true.
suggesting?
And he was winning everything, so for him it was just a training
Let's
game.
talk about the Champions League draw. Of course, it was made today. Liverpool finishing fourth last season, meaning they have to go through the playoffs. Hoffenheim.
Yeah, I don't think everybody's saying, oh, that's a bad draw, they're a great side. But I think this is a decent draw. I mean, I'm sure Klopp knows absolutely every single thing about Hoffenheim. And if he doesn't, he can go and ask Firmino, because that's where Liverpool got him from. Hoffenheim got rid of two of their best players, to Bayern Munich. So, listen, Liverpool favourites going into this game, and absolutely they should expect to beat Hoffenheim.
Adam Lallana out for 3 months. How big a blow is that?
It's a huge blow, but that's why you go and you sign Salah and make your squad bigger for things like this.
Oh, OK. Janusz, Hoffenheim. Should Stevie be worried?
I think a little bit. Nagelsmann is a good manager, a tactician. So in a game like this, I suppose that's something. But I'm with him. Liverpool are going to get through.
Well, that's exciting. Hoffenheim, Liverpool. Yeah, all right.
Harley, come on.
Hey,
What do you want?
let's get Champions League going.
Nice Napoli? That's not a bad
That's a
game
good
either.
one.
That's a pretty good one.
I'd rather
Should we talk
watch
about
that one.
Well, we haven't got time now because we talk about Liverpool. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great weekend. Until next time, goodbye.